in the audience who are, I mean, I'm a feminist, but I mean, there's people in the audience who I guess would dominantly be offended if they didn't, if they saw what I was saying. Like I tell people at one point, like I tell women in one of the bits that, like, I think men should tell you how to use your bodies, and obviously, like, that's theoretic out of context. That's very it's like it's an intentionally provocative thing to say, but I think the tone I strike, people find it, people go with it.
Now, what do you do besides comedy? Do you have an actual job?
So I've been doing, at the moment I'm a freelance writer and reporter. I have a background in environmental science and journalism.
That's good. So have you worked with the news? Have you worked with like the Times Union? Have you worked with certain medias?
Yeah. Well, like when I'm not aggressively pursuing sex, like tonight after this podcast, I'm going up to Boston Spa.
Boston Spa.
I work right now. I'm doing some work for the Boston Journal.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So, and I write a monthly environmental article for a magazine that's based closer to New York called the Jewish Currents. Which is a smaller magazine, but it's a great here. I'll plug the Jewish Currents. If you're listening to Jerry Dymond's podcast, you should go.
It's Jerry what Dymond's podcast?
JewishCurrents.org is they've got excellent material, including their environmental reporting is top notch. Yeah, so I do stuff like that. I actually might be there's a good chance I'm going back to school to get a master's specifically in environmental reporting, but stay tuned.
Now, do you watch any sports?
I'm a huge baseball fan. I'm a huge Mets fan.
All right, another Mets fan, ladies and gentlemen, another Mets fan. See that right there. See, people down under can watch baseball too and enjoy the Mets.
I'm proud to say that I'm in my NCAA bracket. I'm in the Elite 8 out of my pool of 12. Like, I'm in the top 8.
See, go Mets.
But the Mets. I'm actually going with my father to opening day on Thursday.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Very good.
I'm gonna see the Cardinals and the Mets. Noah Syndergaard. And, the Cardinals have a good team. But anyway, I'm guardedly optimistic about the Mets this year. I'm a big fan.
I'm always optimistic about the Mets. I keep giving some kind of hope. We'll see what happens. So. Now, do you have a favorite music or musician or band?
I'm into really oldies and stuff. I always am.
Like the 70s?
Music is my weak spot. It's like my Achilles heel. Yeah, like because I don't know or don't care, don't like most contemporary music.
Okay.
I experience music in lag time. Like I have some stuff on Pandora or Spotify that is current to me, but it's about 10-15 years old.
Right.
And I'm somewhat of an elitist in that sense, and I think that music from the 60s and 70s and I guess the 80s is better than music that is now.
Right.
But I'm willing to concede. I'm not going to have an argument with somebody about that. Like,
well, no, it's not an argument. But this is a pocket. This is not an argument. This is not a.
Oh no, I just meant it outside.
Oh yeah. People, no one cares.
But even like if people mention, like, I don't know anything about the indie music or anything going on right now.
Right.
All I grew up like I like all of it. Like I said, like I don't have any really cool, like I can't say anything cool. Like I really like the Beatles. I like Billy Joel. I like any of that stuff. Like I know all sorts of oldies bands. Like, but in terms of like bands that I would follow religiously, I like all the people. People should feel bad for people like me because like all the singers that I like and enjoy, they're either all dead or they're all really old.
Right.
Like I've seen actually Billy Joel performances that I really liked, but even this was like 6 or 7 years ago, and his register is like he can't sing. Obviously, can't sing as well as he did.
Bro, he's old. He's getting old.
He had to sing the Piano Man and a register lower, and he's not getting any younger. So when I saw that, like I said, that must have been in like 2010 or whatever.
He's supposed to be retiring, I guess. Him and now I guess Elton John's retiring too. All the great ones are retiring.
They're in their 70s at least, and it's like, I think that Paul McCartney is really old too now.
Yeah, they're all old. Now, do you have any favorite TV shows you watch? Any like?
I don't watch. So TV shows. Any TV that I watch is only because I'm at a friend's house.
Okay.
And or somebody, and I'm exposed secondhand to certain TV shows that I like.
Okay.
I got into Game of Thrones. I think Game of Thrones is kind of silly, but you got to know who wins the game. Jerry.
Right.
The sex on Game of Thrones is a little.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
I think there's not any. I'm not sure if there's been any healthy sexual experiences on Game of Thrones. It's a lot of brothers and it's a lot of incest. And I think last season they had a eunuch. I don't really understand. I don't think the writers of the show understood how that worked. They just sort of
They
did
put it
it
together.
Yeah.
Put it together.
I don't want to be prejudiced against eunuchs,
Right.
but I'm skeptical of their ability to sexually please someone and please themselves.
There
I don't
you
know.
go. Now, my next question to you is: do you you performed here in the Low Beat as well, and you also performed at the Comedy Showcase with Professor Jobless. Where else have you performed at? Have you performed at the Funny Bones, or have you performed at the Comedy Works in Saratoga?
Well, somebody told me they dreamt that I was at SPAC.
You was that really? That was probably
That was very flattering.
But you have been at the Comedy Works, though, right?
Yeah, the Comedy Works is great.
Yeah. Now, all the places you performed at, where do you think you did really well at? Like, did you?
Well, I would say here. I mean, I don't know. Like I've enjoyed performing at the Lark Tavern, and the Savoy Tap Room is. You get a lot of similar people.
Savoy, well, you get that anywhere where you go in the 518 area in Albany.
I would say that the places where I've gotten, it's like the reception's been good, and the audience has been like, let's say like 20 plus people, and maybe even a mix of, like you will you will get. Also, I guess actually at the Low Beat, because it's every other week instead of every week.
The second and fourth Tuesday of each month,
A couple of Low Beats ago, I was really happy with it, and I got an extra minute, so that was nice too.
Oh, there you go.
At the Low Beat, I would say is another place. Anywhere around here, and then the Comedy Works I liked a lot. It was a good experience because there were some hecklers at the Comedy Works about a month ago, but these women were really attractive.
They can be attractive hecklers, and then they're okay to get away with it.
Yeah.
If they're not attractive hecklers, you get the hell out of here.
But I didn't know how to respond because I wanted them to receive my advice.
You want them to give them the power of your advice about sexuality.
But I also wanted them to be quiet. But you can't.
Well, they're probably horny for you. They probably wanted you to. We want the Australian dude up there. We want to take his all back, yeah.
I'll give credit to what's his name, Nick Heipel. He was such a good host that night because these beautiful women were like heckling everybody and sort of.
Oh, really?
I would say like on a scale of like 1 to 10, I had like a 6 in terms of how I was phased, but some people were entirely thrown off, like their set was ruined by these women.
Right.
And,
that will happen. Yeah, you can't have that.
Yeah. Nick went up and
I wish I was Dick. I wish I was Dick. That was total. Listen, you ever were hecklers here or comedians? Guess what? You get on stage and you try it. If you don't like it, then you go to your beauty parlor and you talk about the Grease movie for crying out for 16 hours, or you sit there play charades, or you sit there play with yourself, whatever how you guys women do on a Saturday night. Watch reruns of the Game of Thrones or something for crying out loud, or getting you all worked up. Leave this man alone. He's funny. They're all funny. You should not heckle. If you want to heckle, you stay home. Talk to your cats.
Yeah, like that's supposed to be my instinct as well. Like,
talk to your cat. They don't give a damn.
Nick was he handled it so delicately, like because
he's good like that. Well, he's a very professional host now. He also hosts him and Mackenzie Bird. They host The Voice now.
Yeah.
So they're really professional at this stuff. They're getting really out there. So I'm proud.
He got them like the way he said it. He was. I don't know. I was so impressed by because I would have been antagonistic. Like he made it clear that he was adult. I wouldn't have been an adult about it.
Well, we're gonna wrap this up now. All right. Everything getting ready for the show. Now, where are you performing next? You got any shows coming up?
Well, I'm probably gonna be at the Low Beat tomorrow. I have to bounce right now, which I'm sad about.
All right. You're not performing here tonight?
No, because I've got to go to I'm going to be, by 8 I need to be covering some politics in Boston Spa.
All right.
Nice.
Well, it was good having you on the show.
Yeah.
And I'll see you again here. I'll probably see you tomorrow night at the Lobby. This has been an episode of Jerry What the What? I'm in podcast number 62. With my host and my guest this week, Dakota McKee. You can catch him here at the Lobby tomorrow night over on Central Avenue. Are you from the Comedy Works this week too? Up in Saratoga Springs?
No, I'm going to be at the Mets game.
Oh, the Mets, that's right, the Mets game, so this might be able to take me see him. So check him out, okay? Again, this has been another episode of Jerry What the What? I'm in podcast number 62. Remember, America, keep laughing because we need a lot of laughter in this world today.
Jerry is a certified sexual Methodist.
I don't know about that. I'm just certified, not Methodist. Mental, you challenge maybe, but not anything else. All right, good night and take care of yourself, and God bless you guys.